Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, and in today's video we are going to learn a very important software, that is SAP Business One. Now guys, this software really helps you to boost your career in accountancy because it is an ERP software which will add a great value in your resume. So for this particular video we will see the basic introduction of SAP Business One, learn about the interface, learn about some backgrounds, and we will see how to use the basic functions. And I'll explain you all of these in the most simplest form. So if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get regular updates of all the amazing tips and techniques that really helps you to boost your career. And if you want to join this full course on Udemy or Skillshare, the link to both of the platforms are in the description. So with this said, let's get started. Now, when we talk about SAP, there is not only one version of SAP called SAP Business One, but there are many other versions as well. For example, for multinational companies, we use SAP ECC version, and there is also SAP HANA, SAP ABAP, SAP A1, and SAP B1. But Business One is the most commonly and widely used software all around the world. So basically, this is not meant for the multinationals, but they only target small and medium organizations. And as we all know that 95% of the industry of the overall world is small, medium organization based. So that's why most of the companies prefer this software because of the cost effectiveness and the size that it targets. So basically small and medium organization means that 1000 to 1500 employees be easily catered in SAP Business One. It is also most popular because of its easy ERP interface. Now let's see some history about this. It is over 40 years in the industry now. It was established in 1972, but because nowadays most of the companies are shifting and advancing its accounting system technologies and the use of softwares. So maybe 10 years back, you haven't heard anything about SAP or Oracle, but now everyone knows about it. And day by day, many companies are moving from their normal accounting system to ERPs. Also, it's market leader number one in the global ranking because of its easy interface. SAP Business One is available for over 10 years with 40,000 successful customers worldwide. So the benefits of it is, as I told you before, that it is easy to use and it is accessible in mobile, tablets, and can be accessed by a browser as well. So this is some of the basic introduction about SAP Business One. Now I will show you practically how can you work on SAP while working with a remote desktop connection. Now that we have learned how you can run SAP on your laptop or PC, let's see a little further and let's learn about the interface of SAP Business One. I've closed SAP. First of all, I'll make sure that the Service Manager is running, and then I'll double click on it. And OEC Computers is our default company, which SAP provides as a demo company so that you can practice on different scenarios and you can see some demo data or dummy data within this company. So I'll go to change company and see what list do we have of different companies. So I only have OEC Computers right now because we haven't created any new company. So to log in this company, I'll use manager, ID is manager, and password is also manager. Click OK. Now it might take a while to load this data. So if you experience a little slow speed, don't worry about that, just wait. After a couple of updates in the virtual machine, it will automatically run fine. Otherwise, you just have to increase your RAM or install an SSD hard disk. This is a better solution for that. Now, the loading is complete, but as the main menu comes, it looks a little wide or enlarged. So to adjust that, I'll go to administration. Now there are certain modules in SAP interface. Administration simply means that it is basic settings of SAP. So I'll go to administration, all kind of settings, like if you want to mention the exchange rates, if you want to edit the company details, posting period you want to set, you want to set the menu structure, email settings, all the basic and advanced settings are in the administration. So administration is basically a settings of SAP. So I'll go to system initialization and go to general settings. Now under general settings, there are a couple of options. I'll go to font and bold and just reduce the text size to 14. Click on update and click OK. Now you will notice that it looks a little concise now, which is better. Now, if you notice the interface of SAP, it looks quite simple. Means if you have ever used QuickBooks or any other software, there is a little fancy kind of interface in which you have the flow charts and many other options. For all ERPs are basically single menu based interface because these are used for the professionals. So professionals already know, they don't want to know the flow chart of working. They already know how the purchase cycle works, how the sales cycle works. So that's why it is one menu based interface. Now, if you want to understand this interface in a summary or in a nutshell, you must remember one thing to learn SAP interface, that the interface of SAP or this menu is divided in two parts. One is called masters and other is called transactions. Now, what is masters? Masters simply means anything which is created for the first time in SAP is called your masters. For example, when you start a new company, you obviously need to enter new chart of accounts or new ledgers. So that is masters. Then you will create new customers or new suppliers. These are also masters. Then you will decide what inventory you want to create so that you can sell and purchase that inventory. So these all items are master because these are created for the first time and this is the basic record of it. After that, transaction means that anything you do with these master data as a day-to-day activity is called your transactions. Now, for example, after creation of inventory, after creation of your customers and suppliers, you simply want to purchase that inventory, sell that inventory, receive the payment from customers, pay to the suppliers, journal entries, any kind of day-to-day activities is now called transactions. So masters means anything which is created for the first time and which is a major record like customer, setting up supplier, setting up inventory items, ledgers. So these are masters area. And transaction is day-to-day activities of the regular business. So this is the basic concept of the SAP interface. Now let's say I want to create a customer in SAP Business One. So I'll go to Business Partner. Basically, Business Partner is a special area in SAP which contains customers and vendors both in the same section. So if I click on it, I'll see an option, Business Partner Master Data. That means this is created for the first time. Now let's understand that if a customer is created for the first time with the master data, what if you want to edit that customer? Means if you want to edit that customer or delete that customer, view that customer or add new customers. So basically all the areas will be done from master data. Obviously, if you create new customers from master data, then obviously if you want to make any changes or find the old data regarding any customer, you will also find all of these information in master data. So actually what I'm trying to say is master data has 4 modes. Let me just write it for you. Now basically master data has 4 modes. First mode is add mode. Now what is add mode? In which only new records are created. And what is the shortkey for it? Shortkey for it is Control A. Now second one is find mode. Find mode is only to retrieve the existing records. That means if you have entered a couple of customers and you want to find an existing record in SAP, so find mode should be activated for that. and the short key for it is Control plus F. Now there are two other modes which are automatically activated. You don't need to switch modes for that, but they are also important to learn. That is view mode. View mode is in which you are just viewing the existing record after retrieving. That means you found the existing records with find mode, and now that you have opened the details about that customer and you can see all the details of it, so that is basically a view mode. So if you want to make any changes to it, that is update mode. Now these two modes will be activated automatically, so we don't have to worry about that. But this modes need to be taken care of. Now there is a special indication from which you can find out that in what mode document is currently in. Means if you open a document like this and all the fields are yellow, that means it is a find mode. Okay, so there is a clear sign for it that if you open the record and all the fields are yellow, then it is find mode. And if you open our document something like this and all the fields are white, just don't consider this one because this is showing the current selection of the field. Otherwise all the fields are white and blank, so that means that it is add mode. Okay, so let's test again. If I go to business partner and go to business partner master data, now which mode is this? Find mode, because all the fields are yellow. Now the yellow fields are by purpose, means there is a purpose for it to be in yellow. That means each and every field in SAP is searchable. For example, if you remember the code of the customer, you can mention and find out with the code. If you want to find out with a name or any other details, if you remember the phone number for that customer, mobile number, email ID, you can find your records with any information that you remember. But if you are using this system for the first time and you want to see all records, obviously I don't know what customers and vendors do we have in this OEC computers. So I want to retrieve a list of all the customers and vendors that we already have. So I'll use Shift and press a steric sign. This is a wildcard character. Shift and steric. That is 8 on your keyboard. So press enter. So you will see all the list of customers and vendors together in the list of business partners. Now all the customers are mentioned with C code, all the vendors are with V code, and leads are the potential customers which have the chances to be a permanent customer in the future. So these are the names, and then is the balance. Now all the positive balances, that means receivables from the customers, will be in positive sign, and all the credit balances, that means payable, will be in negative sign. Now you will see this in lot of areas in SAP. There is no separate fields or columns for debit and credit. There is one single column in most of the areas of SAP, and you will see it in plus minus sign. So plus means debit and minus means credit. So this is the simple concept of master data and its modes. So this is it. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified of all the future videos. And in the starting, like I said, if you want to join this full course on Udemy or Skillshare, the link to both of these platforms are in the description. So with this said, this is Saad signing off from today's video. Take care.